Hello again, friends. Welcome back to twitch.tv/TrooperBerry, and welcome back to more of The Long Dark in our push to survive 1,000 days. And as you can see, we have crossed the 600-day mark. We are officially 60% of the way there, because that's how math works. Let's see if I remember. Yeah, so we've gone on a little bit of a wander. We actually have less left coastal highway. I know, shocker. So as one way to kind of keep ourselves active and engaged and whatnot, we started making we made maps previously, but we're starting to flesh them out a little bit. Because you can see some of them are actually some of them are remarkably complete. I didn't know Bleak Inlet would be that done. But yes, some of them are less so. And so one of the things I want to do is just flesh those out. Hello, Goofy. You made a purchase of an ergonomic mouse to help with your wrists. Well, that is very responsible of you. So well done. Um, is it blizzarding out there? No, it's just windy. Okay, I can work with that. Yeah. So yesterday we got the we took down a moose and a bear in coastal, and then we got the speaking of, I was gonna say we got the DP bear, but that little son of a gun wasn't there yesterday, but it's there now. So I guess the question is, what do we want to do about it? Your bank account hurts when your wrist hurts more. Maybe you buy a lamp though. Well, if your bank account already hurts, why would you buy a lamp in addition to your in addition to your new mouse pad? Your lamp broke. Oh no! Like the light bulb or like the lamp itself? Let's see if I can spook it from here. Yep. Actually, you know what? Until I get up to a safe spot where it can't get us, I kind of want to just keep this handy. Now, if you look, you see, yes, it will never run very far away from the island. It's just kind of stuck there for whatever reason. Up, please, Astrid. Up. Thank you. There we go. Oh, the lamp itself, but you can... The lamp itself broke, but you can push it together and it holds. Okay. Like, can you get some duct tape? Maybe you push it together that way. Save yourself some money. It works fine. Okay. So, and again, it's the duct tape would be the path of least resistance, but I guess almost certainly cheaper than a new lamp. But hey, You know your needs better than I do. Yeah, so this moose is it's going to be peculiar. So I think I might wait until it charges back up here, and then we'll take some shots with our fancy manufactured arrows. One of your favorite body butters on sale. You better spend money on that. Okay. Because my thinking is, if I shoot at it and miss, it'll reset. Like so. Yeah, we got that. That was a. It turned when I wasn't expecting. So. Yeah, a leg shot isn't going to drop a moose. And that was just a straight up miss. So one arrow down there. I need to remember because if we're going to do this and we're going to do this right, we might be here a while. Not how I envision spending my day, but again, it's that classic TLD player conundrum. See moose, kill moose. So you got one, and then you got one. And if we run out of these, then we flip to the regular arrows. And we had like 15 of those. And if we can't drop it with 15 arrows, I guess we flip to the revolver. Frightening as that prospect is. What I need to do, I need to figure out where it's pausing, and then I make sure I shoot then. See, it's like it's pausing there. Except it's not. This is going to be tedious, but we've already committed at least 2 arrows to this, so... God, it's like it's a timber wolf. It knows when I'm aiming at it. Come on, you get closer than that. Okay, see, my theory here is that it's spooked, but it needs to get a certain distance away before it can reset. But because, for whatever reason, it is like magnetically linked to this island. So it can't get far enough away to reset. So once you spook it, it's just like this for hours on end. I just fucking missed. My God. And it's going to be another 5 minutes before it comes back up here. Okay, so there's 2 arrows down there, and then 1 in the actual moose. My God, I need to focus. We could be here a while. Okay, so it'll go up to there. That's probably when I should shoot. Fucking hell! I'm gonna kill you so hard. Okay, so there's 3 manufactured arrows on the ice and then 1 in the actual moose. And you got 1 out there and then 2 over here. One there, maybe one there, and then the first one down there. Fucking! Wait, it's guys. As a good thing Maria isn't here to see this. Yeah, I'd prefer not to take shots out there, because if we miss, our arrows are going to lose a ton of condition when they hit the ice. They hit snow, they're fine. But like ice or rock or road, they lose a lot of condition. Not that we don't have, birch saplings and arrowheads to compensate, but I'm protective of my stuff. There's a hit, but it got hit in the butt. Man. Are we going to go to the corner? Not going to go to the corner. Okay, that was weird. Come on, go to the corner. Go to your corner. Go to your corner and think about what you did. Okay, 3 manufactured arrows out there, and then one regular arrow. Fuck. Low. What's the condition on this bow? 40%. Yeah, screw it. We're riding this pony. That was a miss. Oh, thank fuck. That started ridiculous, and it only got more so. Okay, so if we're going to fully rearm, we're going to end up with 15 regular arrows and then 4 manufactured ones. Oh, and there's my rock. Here's the whole reason for this nonsense. Oh, on the nose. Wow. Okay, and man, is this act? Do we have a rare instance of a moose actually dying in a convenient location? How wild. Okay, how are we for firewood? Not great. Okay, what are we gonna do about this? So, okay, so do I take the bits of the moose? Do we go up to the lighthouse, or we go over to the Riken? We're kind of equidistant here. If it's the Riken, we'd have to go around and then take the goat up. Otherwise, we can take just a straight shot to the Riken. You know what? Now, it will be going directly into the wind, so there is that. And yeah, we might not be able to get a fire going here. Well, let's try. No, okay. So, so no Maglens hype, that means the weather's going to change. Alright, well, let's just do our thing. If I want all these, that's an hour and 45 versus we just quarter the bad boy. in 2 hours. You know what? Let's do that. Oh, that was a spare. Actually, yeah, use the spare hatchet. Yeah, it looks like the fog's rolling in. I should have expected as much. Okay, take that hide. That. All the guts. Very good. And then we will deal with the meaty bits shortly. Wait, there's no there's no workbench in either of those. Yeah. No, the workbench is in the whale factory. So yeah, we might as well just make the trip to the Riken. Excuse me. And that's half the day gone right there. But hey, it's a moose. Worth it. Just making sure we don't have any remaining wolfies sneaking up behind us. Doesn't appear as such. Oh, no, gosh darn it! I wanted those feathers. Oh well. Okay. Move you over there. Drop the moose hide here. That's 5 kilograms off our back. And then another 12 guts here. So, DP, 5 wolf, 1 bear, 1 moose, and an even 40 guts. I said what I said, Goofy. If Dunn wishes to quibble, he can come fight me. Okay, okay. No, I want the feathers. Can I? Oh, jeez. All right. I'm gonna try to do the trick where you back into like the coal cave from the Muskeg to Bleak Inlet, and you get some of that coal. Apparently that's not an option. Oh yeah. Where's that other hatchet? Just drop that there. Join the team there. We got 7 kilos to spare. So we could probably do... Well, we could take 2 bags over directly, or we can just process the meat right there. And I think I like that. Yeah, the wind is comparatively calm. So we could cook some of it if we wanted to, but there's no rush. So what else do we want to do? Yeah, I don't know how we'd be able to map. Like, we'd have to, like, walk right up to the waterfall. I suppose we could try that. But beyond that, I don't know.
I think I can use this.
I mean, yes, technically you can, Astrid. I mean, you also helped create that, so, you know. All right, meat. Sorry, drop fat there. Drop meat there. And actually, you know what? I will get this going. Again, we don't have a ton of firewood, but we're just looking to do a little bit of cooking. Get Astrid some lunch, maybe a little early dinner. All right, very nice. And grab 2 of you. Okay, 44, 45, you got an hour and a half. Good.
This'll come in handy.
Oh yeah, let's bring these closer so they do thaw. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. Yeah, it's already afternoon. But, you know, it's fine. It's like, again, I have to keep reminding myself, what's your hurry? Let's see, 18, 18. Okay, we can do that one. See, I don't mean it to sound like we're passing time, just or like we're trying to kill time and four corners it until we get to 1,000 days. But I need to remind myself that we can treat the long dark the way Raph wants us to treat it, as a contemplative experience. And we don't have to rush, because honestly we don't need to. I will cook a couple more. No, no, not you. You. There we go. And I think I've talked about this before, but I know that some people can they have this ability to just fire up the game and live in the world. You know, they don't need tasks to keep them on track and focused and whatnot. And hey, bully for them. You know, not stunting on or criticizing anyone's gameplay or how they enjoy the Long Dark. Like the saying goes, the only wrong way to play the Long Dark is to not play the Long Dark. Like, just for me, I do find like the extra certainty, I guess, the extra structure. Yeah, structure. That's what we're going for. I do find that helpful in long-term open-ended projects like this one. Yeah, we'll just make a little water here. We don't even have to cook the rest. Because as we've seen, I can get distracted. I can make dumb mistakes. So sometimes those dumb mistakes even put the run in jeopardy. But ideally, if I have these little waypoints, these little mile markers to like the intermediate steps between where we are now and the big goal we want to get to, I find that helpful. Well, in real life as well as in the Vigia game. Are you gonna? Well, yeah, you might blow out anyway. So let's not. Well, What the hell? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. And if it blows out, we'll leave the danger water. But it doesn't sound like it did. Oh, nice. Okay. Lovely. Grab you. Grab you. That's terrible. Torch. And that... Alright, you know what? Fine. You know what that is? That's a stick. Okay. So we processed that down. Now, I suppose... You know what? We'll take our cooked meat.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yeah, we're gonna be over. We're gonna be stinky, but it's fine. It's fine. We prepared for this by killing everything in the general vicinity. Like, walking around in auroras or walking around with a large amount of stink on you is generally inadvisable unless you do happen to kill everything in the everything in the zone beforehand. So there's nothing to get in your way. I mean, you don't have to take the violent route. You could be sensible. You could stay indoors during auroras. You could not walk around all stinky. I know it's a wild thought, but that's what a sensible person would do. But hey, no one has ever accused me of being sensible. All right. Well, yeah, sun's about to go down, so further mapping today is almost certainly off the table. I think that, like, yeah, the last thing we might do before we peace out, and what we'll probably do is go back to just coastal and start mapping there. Uh, I'll see if I can fill in that bit nearer the waterfall. I don't know how successful I'll be. But that's basically, yeah, it's the, other than like that little bit right there, which is kind of filled in already, that's basically like the last bit of, terra incognita as far as the DP map goes. Now, we will obviously not be able to carry this all
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
in one go. Yeah, we're 10 kilos over and going into the wind. And the fog. Okay, and the fog's rolling in. So there. So, as if there was, any lingering doubt that any mapping hopes for the day were, long gone. See, I was just thinking. I just having a thought. It's like, DP. Could you make DP into a long-term, a long-term stay location? Like coastal, that's easy. Lots of coastline, lots of fishing huts, lots of interior locations. If you want big game, you got multiple bears. You might even get the moose, and obviously wolves galore. But here, I mean, you can fish, but you would have to use you have to use tip ups or just make a hole and fish yourself. There's no sheltered fishing, I guess I should say. Um, and that would actually be important because what's your other source of vitamin C? Because there's no cattails here. The only fresh water is coming off the waterfall, and even that is going to hit the brackish water there. So I don't know about that. You think not, Goofy? You don't think it has enough animals? Well, there's a decent amount of wolves and buns, but you got the one bear and the chance at a moose. But yeah, you would have to make fishing happen, and then to make fishing happen, you would need to keep cutting through the ice. So you'd either need replaceable tools, or oh, good grief! Now we're 15 over. Well, we're committed. Because now, I guess if you're doing it below Loper, as we've seen, you can sometimes get tools just washing up. And you can use those to keep hacking through the ice, as opposed to constantly burning through whetstones to keep your tools in okay condition. That is an option. But even then,
It's dusk, so I can't be far behind.
yeah, I guess it would just depend on the respawn rate as well. It's hard to tell. I think it's doable, but you would have to be prepared. Is that Glow 137? Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid, Glow. I'm just doing the moose meat shuffle here. Don't mind us. But thank you for the raid. Let me give you a proper welcome here real quick. 7. Who's playing the Long Dark? Hey, I know that game.
Alright, Wolf. That deer was mine. Give it back. Right in the booty. That was a ptarmigan. Oh, really?
Hey, the important thing is that you assert your dominance. But welcome in, Glow. Welcome in, friends. How'd your stream go? If you're playing TLD, what kind of run are you putting together? Yeah, tell us all about it. We're just going to offload our meat here right quick. Man, the timing. That was that was the sound of an Aurora landing. But to the folks who came in with Glow, hi, I'm Trooper Barry. I call myself a variety streamer who also happens to play a lot of the Long Dark. Yeah, I do like to play some other games now and again. But I am, as you can see, we are playing TLD just now, and this is my long-term, basically achievement hunting run, where I started this save back in December 2022, and I used it to chase down all the achievements that were there at the time, including Faithful Cartographer and Will to Survive, surviving 500 days. So for a time, I had them all. This is one of my few perfect games on Steam. until Raph and friends threw down a bunch of new achievements with I think it was with the update that gave us a trader. So now we're chasing 1,000 days and trying to do other achievements in the meantime. We are, where are we? We survived 603 days. And we're kind of looking for things to keep us busy as we start the last 40% of this particular challenge. And there are other ones, of course. What have we got? We got the firearm, the firearm variant one, and the Trader Trust one. That took a while. I think we can still do the unique recipe one, but we're gonna have to get some of the ingredients from Sutherland. Let's see, can I map in an Aurora? I can. Hey. And that did not help very much. I'm trying to fill in this little blob here, but the game is not being all that helpful, if I'm honest. Although, hang on, I should have a weapon out, just in case. In case there are any last-minute spawns. Even though we have kind of killed everything in the neighborhood. Is that... Oh, thank you for the follow, Glow. Appreciate that. Do we see any new friends? I do not. So, with that in mind, man, look at all this burdock. My goodness. I'm going to have to remember that. We're going to need that for some of those recipes. I think for prepper pie, that takes burdock. Okay. We're going to try this again. Oh, hush, Astrid. You're fine. Oh, now it's low visibility. Okay. Well, never mind. I'll take my charcoal and go home. Rude. Okay, there might be a lingering doggo or two this way, so I'll have to be careful about that. But good to see you, Glow. Thank you so much for coming by and bringing your people with you. And thank you again for the follow. I don't know if you were stuck in Ad Realm when that happened. But if you do want to regale us with with how your run is going, please feel free to do so. You know that's the kind of self-promotion we encourage here. The Aurora, yeah. There's. I mean, the lighthouse is good for screenshots in general, but when it's going full disco mode like this, it is fantastic. Oh, and if you do need to do any post-stream streamer care, like hydrate, medicate, snackinate, please feel free to do so, because I do raid and fade on a decently regular basis. Usually because when I finish stream here, it is quite late my time, like 1, 2 a.m. So I'm not as energetic as I was in my youth. So I have to pour myself into bed. Actually, this is just too good. Give me a nice big Canadian flag. Yeah, there we go. Do it again. Give me, show me intensity. Show me desolation. Okay, I might be having a bit too much fun with that. Anyway, there we go. Nice. Just make up your first outer challenge, whiteout. Ooh, nice. Whiteout is a great challenge. It really, at the very least, it really teaches you coastal highway. And I guess if you're the type to wander, other zones as well. But definitely, it's a good crash course in coastal, which is like the new hot spot to be now that the trader is here and about. You guys sidetracked? Oh, no worries. I mean, as this stream will show, I get sidetracked on a regular basis. Yeah, there we go. I miss that music. Now, for whiteout, how is your rifle hunt going? Because usually when I see people play whiteout, the last things they're after it's either lamp oil, a hatchet, or the rifle. There we are. Are we gonna? Yeah, we'll just sleep through the aurora. That's fine. Wait, why is the music still going? I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just a little weirded out. Outer base coastal more difficult with no warm caves. Oh yeah, there are. Yeah, because like yeah, the Misanthrope's bear and the townsite bear, it's more nooches than yeah, even the Bear Creek one. They have little nooches, not actual caves. That would complicate things. I wonder where you'd sleep then. Although wait, you would spawn with a bedroll, so you do have that going for you. Because yeah, because like I think whiteout is like Voyager settings. How can we? No. Okay. Okay. There. Yeah. That was probably the aurora just lingering, as it is wont to do when sun comes up. You're stuck fishing for oil. Yeah, that does sound familiar. And well, I guess yeah, you do have fishing huts, but fishing huts are never going to be warm. So I don't know. Can it's okay. So are you allowing yourself to go into the coal mine and get coal, or is that against the outer rules? Bedroll in the fishing hut or truck next to the Quonset. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, you got a couple trucks there. Okay, let's take one last crack at mapping that waterfall. Then I think we peace out. No mines. Okay. So yeah, then you were definitely gonna be up against it. Pals are your best friend. Sure, sure. And the Kwanzaa definitely has plenty of them. That does make me wonder, beachcombing, whether that, like, how that behaves on whiteout. Because you do get blizzards. So I guess, would that function the same as sandbox mode? I would think so. But I don't know. I guess I've never committed myself to beachcombing during the challenge. Maybe I should. Okay, let's get up where we were last night and see if we can make that happen. I mean, visibility is as good as it's going to get. Um, well, we've already done like the actual achievement. So what we're doing now is basically like a faithful cartographer. I'm basically fleshing out the maps we already have. That that stick just disappeared. Rude. Because I'm. This is one of the ways I've tried to. Uh, I'm trying to keep myself on task as we push for 1,000 days. Faithful cartographer, carried us through a good chunk of the of 500 days, which was that was the big survival challenge in the initial achievements. But obviously, they went from the will to survive to, I guess, the Astrid to survive. Random beach coming give you enough cloth to get by. Okay, good, good. So that is working there. I think it'd be rude of Hinterland to turn beachcombing off in a loot focused challenge. Let's see, what does this do for us? That did not do very much at all. Yeah, I'm starting to think we might just call this good enough. We went all the way to the end of the road. Maybe a little bit there. We can try it on the way out, I suppose. So up the road from Stone Church, we take the high path. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good here. You accidentally ordered a Coke Zero. Well, Coke Zero still has sweetener. Are you? Were you looking for? We're looking for actual sugar, sugar? Or is the Coke Zero sweetener not to your liking? Okay, church is there. Church is there. Yeah, up the road to the right. Yes, hello, dear. You were looking for cane sugar. I see. Yeah, I don't know what I don't know how Spain handles it. I would assume, yeah, because like Spain isn't in the grip of the corn lobby the way the U.S. is. So maybe Coke bottled in Spain uses actual sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. So maybe it's fine. I mean, I guess assume so if you were distraught at ordering Coke Zero rather than the fully lidded version. Let's see. Okay, I hear a wolf. There should not be wolf song. Okay. Uh, you know what? Good enough. You went una coca por favor? You went zero. You went si. Well, speak of the devil. What you doing there, buddy? You're dying, that's what you're doing. You can't drink Coke in the U.S. It's too. That is totally understandable. Because I definitely noticed, you know, like even before I quit, I could, when someone messed up my order, because I'd never order regular. You know, when someone gave me like regular Coke instead of zero, you can tell instantly because it is syrupy. There you are. I could chase that down, but why? Why? Yeah, we're gonna kill all the predators except one. So we can have that one report to Scruffy and tell him what happened. It's a healthy restaurant. Usually you want it to be skinny-licious. I mean, rude of them to assume, but all right. Hey, Will, welcome in. Thank you for that 7-stream watch streak. I do. I promise. I will find something for you all to do with all these channel points. I don't know what yet, but I'll think of something. Now that they're giving out watch streaks to just any old Tom, Dick, and Harry. But always good to see you, Will. Hope your weekend's going all right. You wasted them anyway? That's fine.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Your fault for not saying no normal. Well, maybe you just weren't locked in at the moment. Okay, 27 sticks. I think that's probably enough. Or 28, 29, 30. Oh, and rose hips I missed. Heaven forfend. Yeah, I'm collecting rose hips. Because we will be making pemmican just as soon as that dang meat finally cures. You're okay as a mental health struggles this week, and the battle's wearing you a little thin, but you're okay. Well, I mean, that sucks to hear that, but as long as you're winning. But yeah, I can understand the God, it's been a rough year, and it's only January 10th. I have some ideas as to why that might be the case, but I'll keep those to myself for now. But yeah, we're going all right here. Oh, hey, now that I have a bona fide British person here, I do have a cultural question I was wondering about today. I'm not going to take all of these with me. We're just going to relocate them. World's fucked. Yeah, it's
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
not irreparably so. Not yet, but yeah, it's the vibes are rancid to say the least. You have no culture? I don't know that I believe that. But what I was thinking, so tomorrow I'm going to be making lasagna soup, and one of the things I was looking for at the grocery store today was tomato paste, and for the life of me, I could not find it. Instead, what I found, and this was not the fancy expat grocery store, this was the normal grocery store. They had a tube of Waitrose. I know, fancy. But the Waitrose tomato puree, which I thought, is that actually what I want? But then I looked a little closer, and it said, was it like concentrated, like double concentrated or something like that? Okay, so puree is what y'all call what the Americans call tomato paste. I see. That makes a lot of sense. Because usually I'll get just one of those little cans of like, what is it, like Del Monte brand? Yeah. Just get one of those, and you really got to put in the elbow grease to scoop it out, because it's thick, but it works. But I didn't know whether it was the same thing, so that's good. That's good to hear. Beans on toast kept you full from anyway. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you got your carbs, you got your legumes. I guess, is that a food group? You pair that with an iron brew and you're good to go. It's called puree. Puree. Okay, okay. So, hey, today I learned. And as long as you're learning, you're living. That's that's something I have always said. If by always you mean the thing I made up just now. How are we here? I think we're all right. But good to know. But yeah, so tomorrow, one of the things to do tomorrow will be, bust out the slow cooker and then make some lasagna soup, which I haven't made in a while. But I do have fond memories. It was either going to be lasagna soup or pizza soup, because I am in a soup making mood, because it is well, it's as cold as it gets here in Hong Kong. Like it's like 14, 15 degrees. Although it was much colder earlier in the week, and in fact, one spot, like one of the higher elevations, actually registered negative temperatures in Celsius, but still. So now I have one of my favorite sites, which is everyone else busting out the puffer coats and the earmuffs and the whatnot. Meanwhile, I'm walking around in slacks and short sleeves because hey, I'm in my element. This is the weather I'm built for. I'm not built for 8 months of 35, 36 degrees and 80% humidity. You tried lasagna soup once, but you didn't like the pasta reheated. Well, I mean, I guess you wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to put the pasta in. Like you could make the base and then just cook the pasta on the day. When you were going to serve it. I guess that's an option. Are you? Okay. Deer, deer, deer. Wolf? What? Yeah, why is Wolf wandering over here? You hate red sauce now? Oh, so what do you use, Will? Uh, are you fully committed to white sauce now? All right. Well, this thing's obviously walking away from me, but it'll turn around here shortly, I think, or it'll do that. Bother. You moved. That's fine though. You just stopped eating those foods for a while. Okay. I mean, that's totally fair too. You get a traumatic red sauce experience. You don't when if you put your hand on the stove and it burns, well, stop putting your hand on the stove. Ooh, you're a decently beefy boy too. Yeah, we'll go and harvest all that. You just like ketchup. Oh, unless it's on a burger or hot dog. All right. I was about to say, what do you put on your burgers and dogs then? Because I know I will. Man, four feathers instantly. Man, crow's doing work. But yeah, I am one of those heathens. I'm actually a preferrer of ketchup. Now, part of that is probably again, like you, I had an early childhood trauma when it comes to yellow mustard. So whenever I end up getting yellow mustard on something, I actually like physically convulse. It's that strong of a reaction. And same reason I can't put pickles on anything, which I guess offends even more people, or at least the pickle lovers who bother to speak up. See, I am one of those finicky orderers. Not like a Starbucks order, but I said, yeah, just give me cheeseburger only ketchup. It's simpler, assuming you're somewhere that actually makes things from scratch, as opposed to already having it pre-made and sitting there on the counter. Love a burger. Got a good burger with that one. Okay, well, I will freely admit I am in the minority here. Me and my anti-pickle ways. You love mustard? Yeah, like yellow mustard or like French mustard, Dijon. Oh yes, let's check on our curing meat while we're here, because I would love to be able to start tucking into those pemmican bars, because that is traveling food. But like all cooked food, it just refuses to keep. I don't like vinegar. I don't dislike vinegar. Oh yeah, let's do this real quick. But neither would I say it's my favorite thing. Where are we? Misanthropes. Okay, another wolf, and an even 50 guts. Come on. Yes. Okay, so without the two we put in, so when it gets down, I think it takes 4 kilograms of salt. to cure meat.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, calm down. You're fine. You know what? Let's have some. Nom 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 nom. Yes, non-stinky cooked meat. Spicy brown. Okay. Yeah, basically anything but. I'm actually okay with like any mustard that isn't just straight up yellow. That's fine. You enjoy Dijon for cooking with yellow mustard for hot dogs and burgers. Are we gonna? Yeah, let's put some more. Let's put some more meat in there. You put Dijon in your chili. Oh wow. Now that is not something I've heard of. Now can I just whack that in there? Apparently I can. Ah, there's the rest. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm going to drop that. And we're going to keep that there for future. Now, you take 20? Yeah, max 20 kilos. Glow, you say PB and pickle sandwiches. I'm not sure I've ever heard of that. That is definitely a unique combo. I'll give you that much. Okay. Do we have more meat to cure? I'm sure we do. Okay, yeah. Just give me the whole thing, and then we drop anything that's less than a kilo. Let's see, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that's a good start. Now we are stinky. So let's be careful. I know there's at least one wolf out there. Salt from peanut butter, vinegar from the pickle. Could be. I will say my my go-to has in terms of my after going for runs, I've taken to having peanut butter and honey in a tortilla. So we have a nice kind of recovery combo there with low carbs. Now there's no local tortilla makers, unfortunately. So we do get imports, but needs must.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
You're putting most of that load in the box, Astrid. Please, calmez-vous. Load trees, a PB and banana. I can definitely see that. I think I've heard of that. And yeah, if you're not doing PB and honey, PB and banana is another good option there. And I'm gonna play Alchemy Factory. I don't know what that is. What is Alchemy Factory, Will? It sounds like it's one of those automation games. Would I be accurate in that? Okay, see? I knew it was coming this way. It could smell me. PB and banana on toast. Ooh. Yeah. That does sound very good. Even without the honey. Yeah, the honey is definitely a nice capper. Well. got 3.5 kilos on you. You know what? In the box. Animal goes down in the box. Unless it's a bear or a moose. Their meat their meat will lose calories
If I can drop any of this gear.
if we cure it. So. New game, not sure I haven't seen any of it. Alchemy Factory. Hang on. Let me jot that down real quick. I will take a peek on it. Take a peek after stream. I have to write these things down, or else I will forget. It has to be brown, spicy mustard, and chili for you, Load Tree. I can see that. Especially if you are going for a chili that's a little more robust in flavor. Okay, so with your chilies, or your chili that has that mustard in it, what spices go with it? Because I mean, my mind when I hear chili, the first spice that comes to mind is cumin. But again, that's me. So like what kind of spice blend are you folks dropping in there? That down. It's been a hot minute since I've made chili. Although slow cookers are very good for chili. In my not entirely unbiased mind.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, no, not that. That. There we go. Okay, misanthropes, 13 wolf, 52 guts. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll just whack it all in there. Boom. Cumin, chili powder, normal stuff. Okay.